top to bottom whenever I got stuck on an assignment. Eventually, the silence would always crack, and we'd end up giggling giddily over texts from Cleo's prospective new girlfriend, or outright shrieking as we hid behind our fingers from the slasher movie Sabrina had put on. We were loud. I'd never been loud before. I grew up in a quiet house, where shouting only ever happened when my sister came home with a questionable new piercing, or a new love interest, or both. The shouting always gave way to an even deeper silence after, and so I did my best to head the shouting off at the pass because I hated the silence, felt every second of it as a kind of dread. My best friends taught me a new kind of quiet, the peaceful stillness of knowing one another so well you don't need to fill the space. And a new kind of loud, noise as a celebration, as the overflow of joy at being alive, here, now. I couldn't have imagined being any happier, loving anywhere else as much. Not until Sabrina brought us here, to her family's summer home on the coast of Maine. Not until I met Wyn. 2. Real life. Monday. Think of your happy place, the cool voice in my ear instructs. Picture it. Glimmering blue washes across the backs of my eyes. How does it smell? Wet rock, brine, butter sizzling in a deep fryer, and a spritz of lemon on the tip of my tongue. What do you hear? Laughter, the slap of water against the bluffs, the hiss of the tide drawing back over sand and stone. What can you feel? Sunlight everywhere, not just on my bare shoulders or the crown of my head, but inside me too, the irresistible warmth that comes only from being in the exact right place with the exact right people. Mid-descent, the plane gives another sideways jolt. I stifle a yelp, my fingernails sinking into the armrests. I'm not a nervous flyer per se, but every time I come to this particular airport, I do so on a tiny plane that looks like it was made out of scrap metal and duct tape. My guided meditation app has reached an inconvenient stretch of silence, so I repeat the prompt myself. Think of your happy place, Harriet. I slide my window shade up. The vast, brilliant expanse of the sky makes my heart flutter, no imagination required. There are a handful of places, of memories that I always come back to when I need to calm myself, but this place tops the charts. It's psychosomatic, I'm sure, but suddenly I can smell it. I hear the echoey call of the circling gulls and feel the breeze riffle my hair. I taste ice-cold beer, ripe blueberries. In mere minutes, after the longest year of my life, I'll be reunited with my favorite people in the world in our favorite place in the world. The plane's wheels clatter against the runway. Some passengers in the back burst into applause, and I yank out my earbuds, anxiety lifting off me like dandelion seeds. Beside me, the grizzled seatmate who'd snored through our death-defying flight blinks awake. He looks at me from under a pair of curly white eyebrows and grunts, "Here for the lobster festival?" "My best friends and I go every year," I say. He nods. "I haven't seen them since last summer," I add. He harumphs. "We all went to school together, but we live in different places now, so it's hard to get our schedules to line up." The unimpressed look in his eye amounts to, I asked one yes or no question. Ordinarily, I would consider myself to be a superb seatmate. I'm more likely to get a bladder infection than to ask a person to get up so I can use the lavatory. Ordinarily, I don't even wake someone up if they're asleep on my shoulder, drooling down my chest. I've held strangers' babies and farty therapy dogs for them. I've pulled out my earbuds to oblige middle-aged men who will perish if they can't share their life stories. And I've flagged down flight attendants for paper bags when the post-spring break teenager next to me started looking a little green. So, I'm fully aware this man in no way wants to hear about my magical upcoming week with my friends, but I'm so excited.